Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is intelligent system design, and the key question to us is when we develop this program, we try to consider what is the future of user experience and interaction design. You could see the four specialisms have four different emphases and perspectives. Our perspective is user experience and interaction design. And the key driven for this kind of revision is if we look at the world, we are surrounded by systems. Nothing is not. Even a mouse, you have to use this with a computer in this system. So the products, processes, and the projects, and we are working on all increasingly complex, become more and more complex and interrelated systems. So you could see that's why from interaction design perspective, after the Second World War, and we focus on human factors and ergonomics, which is quite physical. This is more, based on the engineering research and generated and the concepts of human-machine interfaces or user interfaces, and mainly as more physical. Then when the computers came out and the field more focused on HCI, human-computer interaction, and that started to be developed during the 1980s to better understand and master human interaction with the computers, which is the features with the task analysis, activity analysis, more behavioral change, is kicking in. Then now we are facing the challenge of human system interaction. So to take care of the systems during their whole life cycle involves creativity, systemic thinking, risk-taking, prototype development, using agile approaches, complexity analysis, and organizational design. Even we consider organization as a system and management, etc. Okay, so this requires a totally new type of skill set and approach. That's why we developed the intelligent system design. So which means if you want to learn a more cutting edge and future oriented program, ISD is the ideal program for you. So the ideology behind the scene is like this. And on top, we have a domain knowledge, which is STEM. And we have a technology trends on the right-hand side, then we have industry relevance. So that's the thing we are focusing on. And in the middle, we develop the vision. It could be ICO, efficiency, could be anthropology, and could be wicked problem from the society. So this form your vision. Okay, so based on the existing domain knowledge and based on the theory, we're gonna try to apply and design a series of experiments and to integrate with the latest technology, such as robotic arms. And so this will be mainly happen in our lab studies. And based on this, we're gonna work with the industry together. We have a very strong industry collaborations and to build up industry applications. And then when we using these experiments and using this development to provide a very innovative solutions, of course, one way is to apply for patents and establish your own entrepreneurship. But we also consider if you are interested in PhD, your theory can feed back to the domain knowledge. Okay, so this is a whole cycle of developments. And within this, you can see engineering background like ACE or science or design, all very welcomed, and to ask many questions and to discuss, to build up the discussion and build up the experiments to develop the very innovative solutions. As a visual statement here, you can see the new postgraduate program here is aimed at bringing together the designers, scientists, and engineers to develop a meaningful and deployable innovations. Okay, and we don't really focus on the innovation without the technologies, but we want to integrate the latest technologies. And in an ongoing collaborative space of research, which is allocated in the intersection of science, engineering, business, and design. And this program is a research incentive. We focus on research, and we focus on experiments. We focus on data collection, and aims at producing industry transforming solutions, which means it's not developing a better airports, better products, provide incremental innovation, but we want to provide a disruptive innovation. That's why to understand more of these cutting edge technologies and focus on more of advanced scientific or technological breakthroughs is something we want to focus on. Okay, so what kind of technological breakthroughs will depend on your background or depends on your interest. Okay, so now if we look at this curriculum, we have a different layers. Okay, so foundation subjects, which is very general introductions. And for example, if you're not from design background, take design foundation subjects to fill in the gap of your knowledge of design. If you're from engineering, if you're from design, you may take some AI or programming foundation subjects, and then after this, and we have a specialism major subjects. It's mainly about interaction design, user experience design. But if you're from interaction design, you're gonna feel this is boring. I know that. Okay, then you take a specialism major subject from other specialism. That's strongly encouraged. You don't want to repeat. You don't want to waste your time and go to take specialism major subject from other specialisms to get a new stimulation. Okay, such as you want to go a bit philosophical, go deeper, go TED. If you want to, I'm interested in developing a new business model, like a new iPhone model. When Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone, there's a new life cycle of this app development and Xcode, etc. Maybe you want to focus on that. It depends on your interest. Then based on this, we have a studio and lab study. Studio and lab study mainly will work together, and lab study subjects is a new innovation here. If you searching around the world about other subjects, you cannot actually find something similar about lab study. Lab study is the concept of we try to bring a real world research projects, or we try to facilitate a real lab environments to support your innovation, your research. So for example, in SD, we focus on robotic arms, and of course, various sensors like biosensors or like environmental sensors, like a AI camera can be integrated. That's totally fine, but we provide a platform for you to play around with using robotic arms. Then what kind of application develop, like helping aged people or manufacturing, as depends on your interest. And then we're gonna integrate with the industry partners, real world industry partners like Huawei or Geely or Guangzhou Motors or Arab, from the architectural field. So this will be providing like a mentor or supervisor to supervise your capstone industry research projects. Okay, that's why we call capstone industry research projects. Okay, so this is the basic structure of a curriculum. Very logical. You have a foundation, you have a specialism to fill up the gap in your knowledge, and the studio and lab studies will deepen, make you become more focused on your project to develop your own unique projects. Trust me, 1 year is very short. You cannot develop multiple projects. If you want, you can, but you're strongly encouraged to have one very solid and very in-depth projects. Then you have a bit more a knowledge level discussion or more focus on industry needs to develop more functional prototype, more experiments, make something exciting, and apply some design awards and publication conference papers will be supported in the capstone industry projects. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. I'm gonna play the video. So, oops. Yeah. So can't play the video here. Yeah. So this is the robotic arms. We build up robotic arm platform in the level 1 in the V building, and each group will have one set of this to play around with. So very good equipment here. Then about the curriculum, as I mentioned, it's a very not very, but it's quite intense program. You have basically need to finish 12 credits per term, and if you finish 15 credits in first or second term, you only need to do 9 in the last term. Okay. So please feel free to ask me any questions about this curriculum, and I'm happy to answer any questions. So thank you very much. That's the ISD introduction.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, I majored in human-centered design as a master's degree, and then now I want to focus on accessibility design. Is there like suggestions? Where should I go? Like, does university provide this kind of design specialty?
Yeah, sorry, I'll try to understand better of your questions. You come from a human-centered design background, and you want to study at more accessibility design?
Yes, for disabled people.
Ah, right. Okay, so you know, in design fields, there is a term called universal design. It's more focused on accessibility. So that is the goal. I mean, it's quite nice, but depends on your approach. For example, if you consider accessibility as a service, you know, you want to help elderly people go in out from a shopping mall, and you consider your design outcome and contribution will more like a service, and you will go SSD. If you consider your accessibility solution is more about business model, right? And you should go IBD. But if you consider your accessibility solution more related to new technologies, more human-computer interaction, more user experience, like more recently you can see in Hong Kong is coming to become a real solution. You can see the robotic arms on the wheelchair, right, to help you to press a button on the elevator or something. So that kind of a solution will be more in ISD.
Okay, yes, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for ISD, I assume that is more focused for design, like you must have a good skill in design.
ISD probably compare with the other specialisms more emphasize on the emerging technologies, how you integrate these technologies, and how to facilitate kind of human in the loop system. So other components will be like AI or a VR or you know, a data centric technologies or robotic arms, etc.
I see. So it's more close to interface design.
Yeah, interface is you can consider interface is one component of the system.
I see. And then also the logic behind
Yeah,
the interface,
exactly.
how you interact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interface is about how you interact. For example, a web page, right? Like I don't know, any web, like Facebook web page, right? So the icon, the layout, the information showing there, the numbers, interface, like smartwatch. What you see is the interface, but how the data being generated, what kind of data kind of showing to you in what kind of context, in what kind of format, whether it's gonna be showing you to by numbers or by sound, by voice, by a buzz, by a vibration. This will depend on the contextual design. That is the behind the scene. But if you go step further, will become to be how the system gonna collect the data, to process the data, to figure out what kind of indications to help you to facilitate what kind of behavior, okay, or experience. That is the system I'm talking about. So that is why interface is only part of the system. And I think to help everyone, I think I want to articulate, it depends on you with the focus, but the interface is not actually the focus of ISD. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you. Because I'm kind of like a little bit confused because I've learned human-centered design as a whole process. So now I'm trying to find out which path like I'm focused on. As you said, as a master of design, you have a different program.
That's right.
So yeah. So I'm kind of like thinking, should I? Because I'm not very confident about my design skill. So I'm more interested to serve and then to figure out which kind of technology is good for disability people. And then, so I just,
I mean, if just only my assumption, if you come from human-centered design, you may be more interested in human, and humans' needs and how to build up a solution based on humans' activities. In that case, maybe less emphasis on technology. So in that case, maybe I just assume maybe SSD will be the best program for you, smart service design.
I see. Then I will look for the SSD more focused. Thank you so much.
No worries. Okay, any questions, guys? You don't have any questions to the students representatives here? You don't want to know what is the real life in the ISD? What are the challenges? Whether it's really difficult and whether you can handle it?
So I have this question for the students, like how's the life in the university?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Ziying or Yuki, how's the life in the university?
I can answer a bit. Since I was a student for already like few months, I think the overall environment is very good. You have a very nice library. And for our design students, we have a whole building, just like the picture behind Professor Wang. We have a whole building that for us to use. There are a lot of resources there, and you can meet a lot of friends. Because for design students, we meet every groups, like not meet every groups, we group all the time. We have different teams and we meet different specialisms. And yeah, so you can learn a lot, you can meet a lot of students, and you can use a lot of the facilities like the 3D printers, and there are laser cut workshop, and there are so many like computers, the newest Apple computers that you can use at X floor if you want to. So the overall environment, I think, is very beneficial to studying whether design or like, yeah, other things.
So what is the good choice that you choose this university and this particular course?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
I am asking, like, what is a good choice to choose this curriculum and this particular university?
For my personal opinion, I choose PolyU because the design major is very well known. And as I'm a local student, come from Hong Kong. When people are talking about design, we usually think of PolyU first. So the teachers there, the professors there are very professional. So this is one of the reasons why we recommend you, or if you wanted to choose like PolyU. And also I think the career opportunity they provided is also very good. Like we have received a lot of emails and support from school about how you get further on, whether you want to keep on the academic way or just go to work. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing the details.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, one thing I would like to articulate here is, as Yuki mentioned, there's quite a bit of interactions between different student groups and activities. In theory, it's supposed to be like that, but till now, I have to confess, because the COVID, the students' activities has been controlled in the limited number, but because the COVID situation is improving a lot, and the border between the mainland with Hong Kong has been canceled. So I anticipate in the future we're gonna have more activities, and we're gonna have more visits to the industry partners. I think the whole program will be more exciting. You know, we will have less restrictions. Now we can't really do much. Yeah.
So I have this question, like this is a 1-year program. So don't you think like it's too much, like you can say too much early, like we cannot learn anything in 1 year or maybe like that. So don't you think it should be consist of a 2-year program instead of 1-year program?
Is it me to answer?
No, I am asking from the sir.
Okay.
Sorry, was that a question to me?
Yeah, I was asking like this is only a 1-year program. Don't you think it should be a 2-year program, because there's so much to learn in this program?
Yeah, it's thank you so much for asking me this question. I really like this question. Indeed, when we developed this program, we proposed 2 years program first to the university. But you can see all the MA or MDes or MSc program 1 year at the PolyU. So that's the university policy. We only can have 1 year master program. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. 2 years will be better. Yeah, I do think so. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I think it's time. We need to go back to the main session, or
There were two other questions in the chat box. Do you want to check them?
yeah. Okay, let me see. Chat box. Where's the chat? Sorry, I can't see the chat box somehow.
So there's one student asked that if I want to work on UX related fields, should I choose this program or SSD? And she's from engineering background.
Right. If you come from engineering background, if you want to be a user experience designer, definitely ISD. This program is the best for you. Okay.
And Chen asked, does the program include a diverse group of students?
Yes, we try to recruit as a diversified student cohort as possible. So I think it's maybe Xing can answer the question. In your class, you have engineering and design, many different backgrounds, right?
Yeah, so students come from different academic background and most of them have experience in the industry, so I can learn a lot from them. Actually, I'm from film industry and I'm not a design student, but I do learn a lot from my classmates.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, any other questions? If not, I think it's better for us to go back to the main room, and I think admin staff will introduce the technical details, how to apply the programs, etc. Okay. Thank you, guys.